It is your host, Loud Zay. We are here today with Hard R.
What's up?
How are you doing, bro?
I'm chilling, man. I just went to this job interview today. That shit was tight.
How'd you do?
I mean, I don't know. It was weird. It's like in a field that I have no experience in. My sister, she's 12. She goes to a school, right?
Okay.
My mom forwards me an email like, "Yo, you should apply to be a tutor at this fucking school." I'm like, "Word, I'm good at reading." All right.
Nice.
So I emailed the lady. I called her, whatever. She's like, "Come through." I'm like, all right, bet.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's up, man. It's all about selling yourself. You don't
Facts.
You don't really need to have experience in anything when it comes down to it.
Facts. Yeah, I was really good at reading when I was in 5th grade.
Hey, shit,
Grade,
I ain't got no
grade.
experience doing this shit, so we out here.
Hell yeah. I fucking, what I say? I was like, oh, yes, I'm an artist. Like, so I'm writing all the time.
Nice. Well, yeah, they're like, what kind of art do you do? You're like,
I rap and sing. Like,
Nice. Nice. You actually told them that?
Yeah, I was like, yeah,
That's what's
I
up.
rap and sing. Like, I've been writing forever.
That's what's
They're
up.
like, oh, do you record your music? I feel like they were like getting to the point where they wanted to ask to listen to it.
But then they're like, do we really want to listen to this?
Like, is this counterproductive?
The answer is yes, but that's okay. Maybe not.
Sometimes.
Maybe
You know
it would
what
be a
I'm
good
saying?
thing. Who knows?
I could play them something like something off Hater, like fucking like Abyss or something. They'd be like, oh my gosh,
True.
you touched on so
True.
many social issues.
That's a good one. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Speaking of, you said you've been doing it forever. How long has it been?
Dude, I started doing this shit seriously when I was a freshman in high school. But before that, like, I remember being in, like, 5th grade, like, trying to write songs. I remember being in 3rd grade trying to write songs where, like, me and my homie wanted to be in a rock band. So I was, like, not knowing how to write music, like I can't read music. So not knowing how to write it either, I would literally, like, write down each note type shit and how it's, like, supposed to sound. But that's, like, a hard thing to describe, so it didn't work out very well.
Write down each note and how it's supposed to sound. That sounds like some 3rd grade shit. I ain't gonna lie.
It definitely was.
But that's cool. We all so enlightened at that age. It's like
Fact.
it's crazy to like think back on those times when everything was just so raw.
Hell yeah.
You know, and that sprouts like so much of our identity
Hell yeah.
to who we are now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's dope.
Can I swear on this?
Yes.
All right. I was going to say that shit was fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, no, we good. We just have to tell all the fucking we gotta tell the sites or whatever that we posted on that it's explicit.
A word. There is profanity.
But yeah, that's sick, bro. So you've been doing this seriously since freshman high school. So
Yeah, that's when I
and how old?
really started writing every day. I'm 20 now.
You're 20 now?
Yeah, I'm 20 now. I turned 20. I turned 21 in July.
You said writing every day? You said you write. Do you write every day?
Not anymore.
Not anymore, but you
I
did?
fell off. But from freshman year to like junior year of high school, I wrote every fucking day. And if I didn't write one day, then I would write like it'd be like I'd try to write a verse a day type shit. But
Right.
If I didn't write one day, then I'd write 2 verses the next day or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's like books from then, like just little notebooks and shit, like weird little fucking books of paper that just like have verses that go on for like 10 pages because I didn't write for a few days.
Do you still have the?
I still have
the
all
writings?
of them. I still have most of them. Yeah,
That's sick.
like
That's the best part
in my
about writing
mom's
on
house
paper, dude.
somewhere.
That's the best part about writing on paper. Like I've wrote so many
Facts.
wrote so many lyrics on my phone. And
yeah.
I'll crack my phone, or
yeah, my phone-
I'll fucking get a new one.
I've
or-
lost hundreds of verses that way. I go through phones like a motherfucker, especially when I was younger. Fucking like, I'd go through like a few phones a year.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I still crack all my phones. I get a case now. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get a case. And it's still just like eventually just
I keep
boom.
that. I keep the OtterBox, the life proof at this point. Cause
I've never gotten an OtterBox. It's just so big, man.
No, I hate it. I hate it. It took a second to get used to it, but it's like at this point, like I just need one. You know what I'm saying?
No,
'Cause,
yeah.
like,
I mean, these little computers in our pocket are too
Facts.
crucial these days.
Facts.
Unfortunately. But yeah, man, my notes just
I
got
can throw
fucking
it. Let me just
corrupted.
promote real quick.
It's just crazy. I like went and tried to open up my notes, and it happened to me. And this time, it just happened random. And I just like I got to update, and I just can't even. It just closes every time. I'm like, wow,
that's
I had some
fucked.
important shit in there.
Yeah, it's
I always do, and I'm like, you know, I gotta start writing shit down on paper.
Hell yeah.
So
You got an iPhone?
No, I got a Samsung.
I was gonna say, I mean, the
Cloud it
cloud
up?
probably got
Right.
you, but like, no.
They did, yeah. It's
Hell
fucked.
yeah. The first time I broke my phone too, like it was like I had like 500 notes in my phone, all bars. Like this is when I was probably like a junior or some
they'll
shit.
teach you. I've been trying to get better about writing on paper, but that's dope that you have a bunch of writings from back then. That's like great foundation those years.
Hell yeah.
You said freshman
Go
and
through
junior
and
year.
find
You
a
got
nice idea.
Years of just writing. Yeah, exactly. Like that shit. Age is different. I still say the first song I ever recorded might be one of my better
Word.
thought out. Like
Because you just put so much thought into it.
right. It just was like that's kind of like it was like all my influence of the time, which is like what got me into music was like smoke rap, like 2010 kind of era.
Hell yeah.
Kind of sparked it for me.
Wiz.
So right, Wiz, Currency, Mac Miller, Big Crit, all them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And so it sounded like very much like not an imitation, but super influenced by that. So it's really cool. But none of my other shit sounds like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So like, you know, you have family who is a part of the music scene, right?
Yes,
Here
I
in the
do.
Twin Cities.
Yeah, my pops, my fucking like I actually have a lot of family that was into music. Not really, only like my pops and my my brother's auntie are like still super involved in the music scene. But like my granddaddy, he was in like a jazz band and shit.
That's dope. Super dope. So like
I
how
never met that nigga, but like I heard he was alright.
Yeah.
Alright. You know what I'm saying?
He was
alright.
So like how early were you like I don't know, I guess exposed to like the scene in the sense of like, you know, being you know, at shows and
Hell yeah.
stuff like that. Like
There are
when did that all
pictures of
start?
me from when my dad was like 25, so I was probably like 4, 5, 6. Like when I first started like when I first started getting brought around and shit.
Right. Wow.
And there's just like there's pictures of me from when I was young as hell. And he was young as hell. He like still had hair and shit. It's crazy. And, and I'm like I got those like big ass fucking like you know what I'm talking about, the weird like octagon fucking noise canceling headphones.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
Fucking. And there's just pictures of me like wearing like a wife beater, just like. Like looking super unamused.
And some of those shows must have been pretty wild,
dude.
Right?
Some of them were, I bet.
Because your dad makes like some very like
some real angry, I hate the government ass shit, especially back then. Like I remember somebody was describing like, because he recently got awarded like best rap album of the decade. Like,
okay.
Or it was best local album of the decade. That's what it was.
Sick.
By Star Tribune, and like I was looking at his Instagram post, reading the comments because that shit was funny as fuck to me. And one of these people were like, "Yeah, I was there when you opened for Atmosphere, and you were just fucking really stuck with me because you were just like yelling, 'Fuck George Bush, dude.'"
Oh, the George Bush era.
Yeah, man, it's just crazy.
I mean, shit. There's a lot to be angry about as a black man in the United
I remember
States.
I got in a fight on the school bus when I was like in elementary school during the George Bush era about George Bush with this Latina girl. I was like, "George Bush is a liar." I like said that shit. She was like, "No, he's not." She like got mad as fuck at me. I got in trouble the next day at school and shit. Like
what kid liked George Bush? That's like the funny.
How you a kid defending? Who was the dude? Who was the other dude? Fuck. It was
Who?
I don't know. I don't even remember. It's irrelevant. Fucking, she was like defending George Bush on the bus, and it's like, damn. Like, who's next? John McCain?
Oh, yeah,
I don't know.
something like that. A bunch of old white guys don't fucking really matter at the end of the day. But yeah, POS is what we're talking about. If y'all did, we kind of were speaking in third person that whole time.
True.
So we should make a direct reference there.
That is my dad.
Yep,
That's
big.
my daddy.
Yeah, so, and that's cool, man. Because it's like in Minneapolis, it's like a household name. To be honest, it's like very few people don't know. There's very few people who don't know who that is around here. So that's
especially around like our age group or like a little older,
right?
My parents' age group, because my parents are young, like just getting to their 40s now.
Right, right. And so, like, how much did that influence the way you make music?
Dude, I wanted to be like fuck George Bush so bad. But at the same time, like that's more now, honestly. More now I'm like, yeah, let me rap about politics and shit. But when I was younger, I was like, man, fuck all that corny shit. I'm a hood nigga. Like just like rapping like an insane person all the time.
Hey, that's cool though. I mean, there's so much evolution and
hell yeah, now I'm like making R&B.
Right, which I was gonna say. So like, because I noticed, I went back into your SoundCloud, as far back as I could.
Yeah.
So, but leading up to now, there's more and more songs where you're like utilizing your voice in different ways. Is that something that you're like is like really intentional, or is something that happens?
Yeah,
like,
dude, I'm not even gonna front. I was just talking to them about this in the car. I was like, man, I just want to make some sexy ass music. Like,
yeah, right.
I just want to be a sexy nigga. Let me bring T-Pain out of me, because we were listening to that new fucking Tory Lanez album. Because people don't have a choice when they're in my car. I'm gonna play music.
Right.
They're gonna have to deal with whatever I'm playing.
Absolutely.
We could be listening to fucking like. What's that one? That British nigga. He said, 2 + 2, that's 4. -1, that's 3. Quick maths. You know what I'm talking about? What's it called? Man's Not Hot. Like, I'll bang that song like 4 times in a row.
Is it that?
Nobody can say nothing to me.
Is it that? Wow, I can't even think of his name right now.
What is it?
Now
I can't think of it either. Yeah.
Man's Not.
Shit is so funny, though.
It's really dumb that I don't know who this is.
Nah, dude, I don't think it matters. Nobody needs to know that guy's name. It's the Man's Not Hot guy.
Big Shaq.
Big Shaq. Big Shaq. Big Ting.
That's hilarious. Hey, the UK rap scene is kind of interesting.
Dude, it's
these
fire.
days. I'm not gonna lie.
Everyone's like, dude, that's what everyone's. You heard that Drake song? He was
my
he was like,
goodness.
I'm British and Jamaican now.
I wish I didn't hear that Drake song, to be honest. I couldn't believe it when I was like wondering I just like was looking at this post and I was without the sound and I was like,
hell yeah.
what kind of bullshit is this gonna be?
Hell yeah. No, I literally saw I saw a meme of Big Shaq performing Man's Not Hot live for a radio station. And the caption was just Drake - war. And I looked at it, I was like, that's not Drake. I said, Drake? But, and then I was like, what is this? I need to figure out what the fuck this song is. And I listened to Drake's song, and I was like, all right, I'm going to listen to this like 3 more times. I'm never going to listen to it again. Like, I listened to it 3 times in one sitting. I was like, all right, that's enough of that.
Yeah.
He's definitely trying to be British right now.
Which is, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, he goes through cycles of trying out all these different kinds of flows and stuff like that. But it's cool, like, the influence that gets taken from both sides.
No,
and, like,
most
added
definitely.
to both sides.
Most definitely. It was just weird to me is when I'm gonna quit hating right after I say this, because I'm not gonna lie, nothing was the same after nothing was the same.
Hey, true.
Like, but yeah, it's just weird to me when he's like, all right, I talk like this now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do a British accent for nothing. Or he's like, Wagwan. You know what I'm saying? Like, when did you become Jamaican?
To fit the bill, man.
Yeah, but like, what song? There's like a few songs he'll just like have like an interlude like before the song, like fucking dub dip 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 Wagwan. I can't speak patois, but you know what I mean. Like,
I do get you say, yeah.
Patois, that's what it's called.
Which is like it's I obviously respect like pulling from different influences, but it's like so much different when you literally just like imitate it.
But you are that now.
Yeah, right. You're like, no.
It's like if I was like, I'm Asian,
right? Or did some like I don't even. You couldn't really do anything though. Yeah. They don't make music like that.
Fucking just start speaking a different language. Like.
I actually listened to this one Asian dude that like popped up on my Instagram. It's like called No. I think that's what his name was. It was fire. Really interesting. It was like a mashup. Like he would switch between English. I don't even know. I didn't know what language he was speaking, to be honest. And he would switch between it, but it was like very like American. Like kind of like trap music,
like, yeah.
Like, and the beats
that's
were
how that
crazy.
Shit is. It's fire as fuck though, Loki. Like me and my dad have had this conversation multiple times. It's like he'll be like, "Man, I don't listen to rap music anymore, unless it's Korean." And I'm like, "What?" Like, all right. He's like, "Yeah, I just listen to techno." Like, all right.
It makes things more interesting when you don't 100% know what people are saying. To be honest, which is also, in my opinion, like the appeal of like people like Young Thug and like stuff like that, because it's more about feeling it. You know what I'm saying? You hear a couple things, and then that's all you need to hear, and the rest of it is fine to go on without actually knowing 100% what they say. Because I mean, that's another big aspect of music. So, like for instance, that song "Abyss" with Maroon. That's like a very like feeling song. Oh, you know what I'm saying? But like your first song was more of like a, oriented towards what you were saying. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So it's like it's really cool to have that contrast for sure. So like topic wise, I noticed there was some like throughout the project, you were saying something for the most part. What's like what excites you? You know, does that like just something that is kind of to the core of your ideals and stuff, like wanting to like project more than, you know, well, I guess, you know, hip hop now is very dumbed down, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just an era, you know, that we're in.
It's just how it is right now. Yeah.
Right. And so like, what makes you, you know, inspired still to?
My pops, honestly, listening to my pop's old music is what inspired. I was listening to it like, cause I had been, when I first started making Hater, I was like really going through it on some legal and like drug addiction shit. So it was like I was just like starting to clean that up and like figure out how I could like move in a way that I'm taking care of myself the way I need to. And it was like, well, I'm making all this music, but I've been doing the fucking dumb down turn up shit before, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, but now if I do that, like, am I capping now?
Right.
Because now I'm got my shit together. I'm like trying to be chill. So I was like, I started like, because I really want to say something with music too. Like, I started listening to a lot more of my pop's like early shit, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this in my own way now. I'm gonna rap about something real instead of like banging Chief Keef.
And that shit,
Chief Keef, and how I want to have bitches and money and guns.
And I definitely feel like it flows out easier that way. And I guess it depends on who you are. Yeah, but
I feel like it's easier to make music like that, like some I get money.
Yeah, because you can recycle topics, and that's the one thing too, is that it's like art in general. There's no like real original ideas. You know, it's kind of all just like shifted around, recycled, and comes back around. Yeah, so that's kind of life. which is why underground music is so dope, because it leaves out all those aspects where you're like, I'm trying to make a song that appeals to these people, so I'm going to say this, this, and this, and it's going to have a tempo that's this, this, and this. And, you know, eventually, like, if I go and listen to the top 40 radio station for more than 30 minutes, I'll be like, please, like, put a bullet in my brain, you know?
Yeah.
And so, because
too much Kelly Clarkson, man.
And right, I feel like it's because once the industry gets their grips on you in that way, it's like it's kind of hard to get out of. Once you're trying to make, you know, a living off of that shit or whatever it is, however, you know, you want to. But I do, like, I appreciate the fact that you're versatile with your, you know, with your style, especially.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you for saying that.
Absolutely. It sounds like, you know, going through most of your catalog, like you experiment, you know. There's more, there's more to it than just rap. There's more to it than just, you know, alternative, whatever you want to call it, which is, I mean, obviously it sounds like you were saying, I just want to make sexy music. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's kind of so like bad. That, which is like cool, because then it's like you just go do it. You know, other people talk about wanting to make music for their whole careers.
Yeah, I mean,
different kinds of music for their whole careers, I mean to say. And then, like, don't.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's not putting yourself in a box is a huge thing about, I guess, in my opinion, the way I heard you is a part of your identity, you know, which is that, and so I assume it's something you want to continue with going forward.
Yeah, dude, I'm definitely trying to, like, I'm starting to put together another project. It's not as, like, rooted in political issues and social justice,
more fun,
shit, but a little more fun. Honestly, not more fun, more sad.
That's not the word.
It's more. It'll be more versatile. It'll be. I'm gonna be bringing back some of the fucking don't fuck with me,
right?
Fucking. What the fuck? I'm just like thinking about. I'm trying to reference Griselda right now. Have you heard Griselda?
I have not.
Fucking, they literally are like new Wu-Tang. It's fucking
really
dope. Yeah, they have the endorsement and everything too.
Really?
Like, yeah, Raekwon's on one of their songs, just like talking, like not even rapping, just talking.
I'll have to peep.
Dude, it's fire.
For sure.
But yeah, man, I'm definitely bringing back some of the more aggressive, angry, getting money shit. But this next one.
Hey, man, we all get mad and want to get money. So
facts. We all need it. But yeah, this Hater was just more about like trying to make my family proud, because my mom has been telling me forever, like, I can't listen to this with my friends because, like, you sound like a douchebag. I'm like, I know, I'm sorry.
Which is, and that's cool too. Like, you can always do things based on how you're feeling, at the moment. Like you said, you wanted to make something that wasn't going to be that. You did it, and now you can move on and make something that, something different.
Yeah,
I wanted to do something different.
I wanted to, like, just speak on, with Hater, I wanted to, like, first of all, with the first song, like, I'm talking about white people saying the N-word and being racist. Like, that song is pretty much just about racist people.
Right. Right.
For the most part. And then, like, Abyss, that's about me being, like, stuck in my ways and, like, feeling trapped. And also racist people.
Yeah, I'd definitely say that's my favorite song on the tape.
Abyss,
definitely.
Yeah. Me too, honestly.
And
maybe Carlos.
With your collaborations, I was speaking to Kai about this before you got here. Your collaborations always sound very, very cohesive. Like, it's kind of hard to do. You always want to make music with your friends.
Yeah.
You always want to make music with people that you fuck with. But to make it sound good and to make it seem like it meshes and shit like that.
Man, honestly, a big part of that for me is just like first of all, we make music together in person, not over email, none of that shit. That's like a big part of it to me.
Yep.
And also like the engineer, like Zach Kahn fucking destroyed that. He made that song. You know what I'm saying? Like that dude, like he made the beat, he played the instruments live, he made the beat, and
he played the instruments
and
on
he
that
mixed
track.
it. Yeah.
That's sick.
Not the drums. The drums are programmed.
Right.
There's some sounds that are programmed, but like he played guitar on it, and I think bass too.
Nice.
But fucking yeah, like Zach Kahn really brought that together. The engineer definitely.
What's your relationship
credit.
with him? How'd you get to
I
him?
met him through Haroon, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Haroon introduced me to him last December, somewhere around then. Not the one that just happened. The one before that.
Right.
Yeah, like late 2018.
Nice.
Hold on, I'm really bad at
dates.
I'm really bad at dates, for real. Something like that. And we just get up every once in a while and kick it,
That's sick.
Make some demos. But Abyss really was that was Haroon's song originally. Haroon had
really?
Haroon had 2 verses on it. There was no hook. And then I was like, hold on, let me I laid down the hook and I was like, wait, you guys, let me just take this. And they're like, all right, bet.
Hey, that's real nice of them.
And Haroon was living in New York then. He was just like visiting when I met Zach, when he introduced me to Zach. But he left before they could finish the second verse.
I see.
And I was like, this song is not going to get put out ever. Let me have it.
Right.
And they're like, all right, bet.
Hey, that's perfect then. Yeah. And look at that. And now it's your most popular song on the tape. Or at least on Apple Music it is.
Yeah, on Apple Music. And Spotify too, actually.
Oh, yeah?
It definitely is. And that's it's the first time I ever put music on like streaming platforms.
Yeah.
So it's like,
how does that feel?
excited.
That must be cool.
It is pretty cool. I now have TuneCore for 2 years.
Yeah. There you go. It's so cool that we can do that.
It's so
shit now.
easy too. It's like super easy to do that. I did not realize how easy it was until
you literally
recently.
just sign up for some shit.
Sign up, pay it,
upload your shit,
and
wait for it to get posted. I guess if
yeah. Fucking speaking of posting music, me and Mixie are putting out a song on January 31st. You heard it first.
Heard it first here.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
It's called Green Juice. I'll play it for you if there's some way to get that going.
Yeah, maybe. we'll peep it. We'll peep it.
Hell yeah.
So I just want to ask quick about who is the second feature on your project on Hater? Mariah Mercedes. So who is that?
I went to high school with her. She was a senior when I was a freshman, and she was like, she's always been like punk as fuck. She was in like this band.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I went to hella high schools. But this is like the 3rd high school I went to. She was a senior when I was a freshman, and I always like would look at her in the hall and be like, oh my god, she's so hot. I had the biggest crush on her. She got hair like a lion, bro. It's so cool. But like. And then I like ran into her. Her band played at this SPCPA party I went to with some of my homies from St. Paul, and I was like, "Wait, what the fuck are you doing here?" And then that was the end of our relationship throughout high school. But then I ran into her at Pride, like a couple years ago or some shit like that. I was kicking with some homies at Pride, And I was like, let's make music. And she was like, yeah. And then I accidentally ran into her at my friend Ozzy's studio or my friend Ozzy's house, I should say, Ozzy the painter, who mixed that song. Me and Zach mastered the whole project. He mixed that song and recorded it for us.
But
yeah, I like accidentally ran into her there. And I was like, so can we make music now? Because we've been talking about it forever, but we never actually did it. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, all right, put a verse on this.
Damn.
Or put a hook on this, actually.
So it just like happened organically like that. Like you was just in the same vicinity. And boom.
Kinda. We were in the same vicinity. I was like, all right, come back in a couple days.
Oh, okay,
you know
okay.
what I'm saying? I was like, come back in a couple days.
I was gonna say that would have been a great story. It
would have been a great story. Almost a great story.
Still a great
it's
story.
Cool.
Still a cool story.
Origin stories.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. But yeah, shit. Well, we're probably gonna wrap it up here in a second. New song, January 31st.
Yup, January 31st, Green Juice.
Hater out now.
Hater fucking everywhere, forever.
Go peep that
Hell
shit.
Yeah, new project coming soon.
New project coming soon. I like it.
With fucking Mark McGee. New project coming soon at the end of the year too.
New decade.
Fucking
new projects.
Sexy R&B song on Valentine's Day.
For real? You
For
flex
real.
it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm
okay. He
not
coming with
capping.
the smoke.
Yeah, I'm coming through 2020 with songs all the time. Because
Bet.
for the last years, man, I put out like 5 songs a year max. You know what I'm saying? Never a project. I put out one project and it doesn't count. Like,
I feel you. I know how that's like.
yeah, when I was like 16, it did not count.
Does not count. All right, going forward though, lots
Yeah.
of projects. 2020, man, that's exciting though. So you're saying 2 projects. You have a song going out now. Song Valentine's
2
Day.
projects, 2020.
Shit.
Yeah. singles on the 31st and on Valentine's Day.
All right.
That may or may not be on the project. Who knows?
Okay. We'll bet.
Fucking just dropped a project late 2019. Fuck yeah. Shout out Phoebe. My white boy, the token white boy.
We always need one of those. We've
Got
been the token black guys long enough.
Facts.
We need to start carrying around our token white guys. I got Kai over there, token white guy.
The guy. Going crazy with the cameras.
Hey, but all right, bro. It was a pleasure.
Hell yeah, man.
I
Thanks for having
appreciate
me.
it, dog.